Okay, let's see if we are live. Yep. Let's just fix a few things here. Let's see. Oh, that looks good. That one. That looks fine as well. Yep. Let's get a few things fixed before we get going. So welcome everyone. Nice having you here. And let's grab this. Maybe that part. Seems everything is going up as intended. So hopefully everything will look good in just a minute. Yeah. So let's just jump into it and see how many of you will join today. I started it a bit earlier than normal, or just want to start it in the middle of the day, just to have something going. And I kind of want to get the rest of our Megabase up and running. Do a bit of maintenance while we are at it. So yeah, we got science up and running last stream, together with other things. Add a bit of power in between to be able to supply our factory world with what we needed. So right now, power is looking very good. The generation is a bit low compared to our consumption, but we do have enough capacity from energy exchanges to make sure that we can run at full speed. So if we look at the world, it is looking very nice, having some nice smelting arrays just doing what they need to do. So before I get too far into Dyson Sphere, let's just start our StreamRaiders. Hey birdie, yeah! I tried a midday stream for once. Trying to go with a new format where I just start if I have time. And not only at night, just to get some more streams in. So yeah, let's start our StreamRaiders. I think some of you saw on Discord yesterday that a new event have just started. So let's quickly jump over there. And the event is, oh, let's get me here as well. It's a great ball game. So now we are divided into 4 teams. I am on, or we are on the Blood Dragons. And we're fighting against the 3 other teams. So the more units we place, the more things we'll get, and the more skins we can earn. So that's pretty cool. Oh, fair enough for birdie. Well, let's get on with this. Might as well get some started, and then you can get some sweet loot while you're playing Valorant as well. Not the worst. Ooh, a ball. As soon as pick up the ball, gets into the zone, getting multiple buffs and become the center of attention. When killed, they drop the ball. They increase the speed and damage, but also gain damage reduction and healing. Huh. This is pretty cool. So can we get something to pick up the ball? They're all level 5, this cheerleader and such. So let's get some kind of defense down. Let's get a Centurion down. He might be able to go and grab some of this and can use it. There we are. So I'll let that go for about half an hour. See how many joins in for a midday stream while we expand out the base. So I have a few things I want to get done. One of them being we need to use our unipolar magnets that we got from the black hole last stream, so we need to set up some production for that. Also use the fire ice and such to increase our production. We also have a ton of research we need to get through. Might as well just queue up a lot of it to make sure we actually have some of the science being used. Want to get the drive engine so we can warp to other solar systems or galaxies a bit faster. So let's get the power first. I think that's the most important. And then get more inventory. Not as important, but it could be good getting a bit of that as well. We also have a ton of things down here. And vein utilization might be good to get, just because we can increase our throughput a bit. That has been lacking here and there. So I think we should start by designing our new build. Like I said, we got unipolar magnets that's used for particle containers. So setting up this production will help a lot. Made in assembler, 2 inputs, 1 output. We have done that many times before. Pretty much the setup we have here. So if we are a bit smart about it, we should be able to just steal this little part, get it to here, and place it down somewhere else. So that is probably the easiest way to expand out as it stands right now. Let's see. That might need to be expanded out at some point, but for now it's fine. This should be fine. Yeah, we don't know how big it has to be, so we'll just start it about here if we can. Need to go down on this grid line. Let's start you here. I think that'll be fine. And I want you there. Because that intersects the 2 grid lines, and that is what I want to do. So place you. Then we'll go and build it. Of course, remembering to limit or the logistics tower here a bit to not request in the wrong items. But here we want particle containers to go out, but use unipolar magnets instead of all of the engines, because the engines and the graphene is rather expensive to make. And we can get it from fire ice, we might do that, but just getting it used this way is a good way to improve our setup. 1000, that should be fine. Unipolar magnets and copper. Might as well just get it to get whatever it wants in. There we go, demand already from range, that's gonna fly from the black hole. So if you look here at our little universe view, hey so, we should see that from the galaxy all the way over here. We'll see a nice little amount of ships leaving. There we are. That's all the unipolar magnets going back to do their thing. Depending on how fast they're gonna get used, we should probably add in some what's called logistics vessels here, just to get the throughput through, and give it a small amount of this total demand, mode demand. Yeah, there we are. That will give us enough. Yeah, it is, but it's only a few minutes, and we do have them to. I think we're about 600 per logistic or transport drone at the moment. So yeah, a few minutes and they'll be here. It's quite funny, right now they are faster than me, so it would be nice hitching a ride, to be honest. So let's change you as well. We'll go into particle. Yeah. Get you into particle as well. Then we should be able to We'll do this without any issues. Move that and that. Use and place. Good. That's a nice big build for particle containers. We'll need unipolar magnets on the inside. So we'll need unipolar there. Copper at the back. Copper at the back. And magnets. Polar here. Also copper, sorry. And copper and unipolar. Good, so that should give us quite a lot of throughput just with our current setup here. And we can always double the throughput just by getting these to the bigger assembly machines. Pretty much doubling our throughput just by doubling or upgrading these. So we'll probably do that at some point in the near future, but for now this is looking pretty good. Let's see how far away are they. I just want to make sure we have set it all up before we leave, or before we build something else. Let's see how far away are they. Oh, that was, ooh. Sorry, went into the Milky Way galaxy. Did not mean to do that just yet. We'll come back to that later. The ships right there, they are more than halfway. So we could, in theory, set up this production. Because that will remove all the demand for sulfuric acid, which is quite bad at the moment. The amount we're actually using of that. Just because the production chain, so getting a blueprint of that will be very, very good. I might want to start it, see where do we have room for it. You need to make you. Need to make you longer. This building up is requiring, yeah, that is why we want to set it up, because our nanotubes is is quite lacking. So either we go find the rare resource, or we just set up some graphene production. Now let's just try and use the fire ice. I want every kind of build made anyway, so I think that could be cool. We have a few chemical plants we can use for the blueprint for it, so it won't be too bad. Let's just start it here. You can go there for now. And as long as I place them in the exact same column, we will be able to have enough room going down and the ability to expand it out. So what we want to build here is this setup. It has one output of hydrogen that in theory can bottleneck this entire system. So we need to have some way of making sure it doesn't bottleneck. Back on the homeworld, I did set up some energy production to consume it, and we could do the same here if it's not cleared out fast enough. But for now at least, let's just try and build it and see what we'll do. We'll build one side, then we'll build the other one afterwards. So let's use these 12. If we start near the middle, see if we do something like that. Is that too close? Oh, I need to do that. But you do require only one item in, but 2 items out. The 2 items go on the same belt, it's not that big of a deal. Big of a deal, so huh. What is that? So yeah, that will just have 2 on that one, that'll go in, and then we'll have 1, 2, but in theory double it, because we only need 3 per each of these. We can actually make it quite big. And the amount of items we need is 1 per second, so let's try and double this to make it times 3, just to see the size. We'll build you. We'll go in here. Go to here. Same over here. And you can go there and there. We'll make this one. We should have fire ice somewhere in the universe. We did completely fill up a gas giant last time. So that should be very useful at the moment. Please take out both. That should be fine. And here, let's take one in and one in. Is that way we can expand it down quite easily if we so desire. Ooh, that takes a lot of room. Will it be better just getting these? Yeah, they'll work. Hey, Bruce! Nice seeing you again. I feel like it's been too long. What if we do that? And we... Let's give this a try. Can I take this? Use and place you... Needs 2 more belts. Where to fit in? Yeah, it's 1, 2 more belts. That I can easily solve, so we'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Thank you, Bruce. I've missed you as well, man. I've also been away a bit. Been busy with work and such. Use this. Still no. That one. I want it there. Well, we'll just do it the easy way. At least for building it the first time. So you can go to here. Yeah. And there. That is still a bit easier than using the blueprint, since they are a bit wonky at the start. So this is much faster. You're complete in the wrong spot anyway. Makes sense. Here. Let's do the same over here. So yeah, that is pretty decent setup for now. Oh, we can actually place it that close. Let's move you 1 closer then. That is possible. Just to make it look complete. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. Can't complain at all. So we'll have graphene going out. That'll just supply anywhere in the universe, and we'll have fire ice going in. So remote local. Probably need to add in a few ships for it to deliver it, and give it some warpers. 100 and remote demand. There we go. Perfect. So space warpers going in. These will go in as soon as we give it power. So let's just get it power right here for now. And I think, yeah, there we go. We should have some. So we're just missing the power. So that means this is a very nice supply of graphene we have now, in terms of saving our coal is not important to save. but it is important because we're using a ton to make graphene at the moment, and the sulfuric acid. This will help our production chain a lot, because if you look right here at our current energetic graphite production, it's all being consumed to make that, and then going to making sulfuric acid. So this should help out a ton, and everything is going in. Everything's going to get this supplied. Would give you just a few drones in case we have anything here that needs it. Don't think so, but yeah, and that will be good. Do we have room next to this, by the way? Let's just do a quick test. Please remove that. Use. Ah, and look at that. It does barely fit in. It just fits in if, in case I want to get it all the way down. That's pretty good. Pretty well planned out. Let's also have a look at this one. Oh, wait, not that one. Where did it go? Oh, it's because it's after this one. There we are. Is this working? Ah, look at that. Articles being used. We are requesting 10,000 at a time. Getting it in and then producing a ton of particles containers. So that's exactly what we want to see. This can all be requested to the homeworld, where we're currently producing the green lenses and such that's needed for a lot of this, because it's a strange matter. So fire ice. Oh, that has been delivered. Remembered outputs, of course. Fire ice. Fire ice. Yeah. And right now this is consuming. Let's see, it does 1 per second. At crafting speed 1. These are crafting speed 1, so we couldn't theory do 30 in each row to get it to the correct ratio. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6. We can do this times 5 in terms of how much it can actually support. Also, just remember the hydrogen as well. There we are. And hopefully we can get rid of all of this and it doesn't bottleneck. Otherwise, we will have to fix that. You check the output. Oh, it's 2 to 3, so the limiting factor is in theory not the input, or in practice not the input, it is the output, since it's outputting more than it's inputting. Making it 30 long is a bit too much. We'll make it about 20, and then we should be good. There we are. You're going in. You're going in. And we'll just let you go and produce whatever is needed. We also need to go look at the magnets as one of the other things, since that is actually quite strained at the moment because we're using that many magnetic coils. What I'm hoping is that our current setup of this will help a lot on the setup of magnets as well. But we need to go back to our home world and disable our current particle container production, as that is better to take it from there, since we do have the unipolar magnets. That's a little trip back to the home world. Right next to us, perfect. A nice bit of traffic going on already, since the base is running pretty well. Let's go up this way. We'll probably just warp home, as saves a bit of time. A bit of a mess here, but I think it should be over here. This is pretty much where we started the game with our main bus build, and then have expanded out to our current way of megabasing. The one I want to disable is this production. Right here. Because it's consuming pretty much every electromagnetic turbine we can produce. So, do I want to just disable it? I could in theory just set this to 0 and let it be fine. because then nothing else will go in. That is good enough for me. Yeah, everything's going well, Bruce. I am just busy at work as well. Most people are. But glad you'll be watching. Hopefully you'll be placing some units in StreamRaiders as well, so we can win this event. That's always a fun thing. Dude. The strange matters right here. You're requiring these. Let's change it to remote demand instead. Change it to that. And take all here, and then it's going to request from the other planets. Locally, this should be emptied out now. I'm going out. Ethereum is fine as well. You can just go up. Some of these are not activated yet, as I didn't want to, but it might actually be an idea to do it now that we actually putting in a lot, and there we are. Make sure we have enough warpers. Yeah, let's give it some warpers to future-proof it a bit. Local man or remote demand, it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to request in as many as I can in case we reuse this blueprint somewhere. Do we need to activate the rest of this build? Power is not that great at the moment, at least not on the homeworld. But yeah, this gives us enough strange matter for now, so it's not that overly important to do. So we have vein technology that is missing probably information matrices. Hey Trupin, welcome to the stream as well. So we should probably go and have... Ooh, the neighbors are drilling, good. We should probably go and have a look at what's it called? The factory world again. Just because we need to increase our science production just a tiny bit to make sure we can actually handle what we need. So let me quickly grab a few things from here. Give me that. That should be enough to double our science production a bit. And then the issue will probably be of throughput of raw resources instead of our buildings actually producing them. Yeah, let's... Who should we also bring now that we're here? This, of course, is all set up so we can request it anywhere in the universe. But I just want to bring a bit with me. Where's at the one I'm looking for? I'm looking there. Yeah. Energy exchanges. Thank you. That's too many. That seems fine. 20. Yeah, that should give us a nice setup if you want to do it somewhere. If you want to expand out. And let's see here. And give me just a few of you. Lots. Oh yeah. Not mean to put you back in. Good. So let's go to the factory world yet again. Watching the massive amount of spaceships going in is always cool. Which will only increase from here on. So let's see, I was looking at the science setup. That is currently what I want to improve. That is keeping up very nicely. Getting to the end. Yes, good. So the science is going here. Is it seriously Yeah, it is the information matrix we use lacking, not because of a lack of items going in, but just because of a lack of how fast we can produce them. So let's quickly do this. Silly thing to be lacking. There. And can I take just one of these? Oh, you're not able to do that. You're not smart enough. But I can do this. Just say I want a second tower. Oh, wait. Theory, I could just take both, right? There we are. I want to remove the belts as those don't overlap. Use that and place you right there. Good. There we go. Double science production compared to what we had before. They will slowly but surely fill up. Might want to double it at all of them. Wait. Use and there. Yeah. Do we need to double the green as well? Let's do this one and that one. Let's take all you. Remove belts. There, yes please. And double the science. That's way closer than this one. Fine. And you go there. And the blue as well. So this is gonna double our science production. You might not have enough labs to consume it all. Ooh, hydrate. I'll do that in just a second. But it will future-proof ourselves for quite a while. And that is also very important. So thank you for that, Birdie. I normally forget to drink, so it's nice that you guys are keeping an eye out for me. Do wait. So that is double of every kind of science we are producing except green. You as well. There we are. Oh, points. And voila. What? No? Colliding with an object. What? I just misplaced it. Colliding with me? Is that why? As long as we move that, we just did it 4 times. It shouldn't be an issue to do this. There we go. So, all for science has been improved. The throughput is enough, but of course it will consume a lot more materials in our base. But that's fine. Oh, we are ready. So let's jump over to StreamRaiders. We have a nice big unit sack here. So it should be fine. I don't know, there's a ton of things we have to pick up. Oh, Birdie, you are insanely strong. And hey, Adelaine, platform, and Tobider. Oh, look at that. I have the flame, I have the ball. Oh, I'm going crazy now. And Birdie as well. Bring it. Nice. The loot goes to Birdie and Toby. Rats on the loot, guys. Let's continue here. So far I want to go down this way. Grab the little chests here and over to the enemy. Should be very easy to do. That's very nice. That's a lot of enemies, isn't it? All level 5, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let's add in a berserker. Could in theory go somewhere up here. Might be good. Unless I can go through here and get one of these, that would actually be perfect if that would happen. Let's get you here and hope he goes for that ball. That'll be the perfect thing to do. So, defensive zone. That'll be fun to see what's gonna happen. We'll see. So, science is going. Science is going in. Our vein utilization is going up. Different column robots are going. So as soon as the science is somewhat situated, we'll also start to use our cubes to make space warpers instead, as the ratio is it's quite a bit better than just using these, and the crafting speed is 8 times as fast. So you can get the same throughput with an 1/8 of this size, which will be very, very useful when we get further into the Megabase stage. His ships are moving quite well. Very nice. And we have going here and a very... Ooh, that's a lot of things going from a black hole. Backward items. So, one of the things I want to go and look for, other than... yeah, just more resources, is more of the rare resources. Did I get this one? No, but I want to get you. Universe Explorer, because it's much easier to find what we need when this is actually enabled. Or researched even. So how's the production looking? Ooh, let's get it to the entire star cluster. I think our ore production is still lacking here and there. It's the same with titanium production. But consumption, it's good. As long as it's not a flat line, then I'm good. That's fine. It goes up and down because the consumption is shifting. By ice, all being consumed, and right there, we filled up our logistics tower, so that should be good as well. But yeah, we need to go and get more resources for a science build. That is one of the main things we need to do, and for that we need to go explore more galaxies. Anything nearby? Unknown. Can't get that yet. We can go and get this one. It has organic crystals, it has kimberlite ore, and it has spiniform. So, why don't we go and check you? Can I call you something? I'll probably do it when we get there. You'll be... could be oil ore. Kim and spine. That is pretty much the two main things I want to get from here. So to be able to find it in the future, it's quite nice having it marked. So there we are. So we should be able to leave this for a little while. Go and pick up those things. I have energy exchangers with us. We do have a blueprint, I think we made that for the energy exchanges, so we can just place this down somewhere. Oh yeah, because the tower, we have to get it the correct place. We'll be able to place this up here and get power to the new planet and get all the things flown in. Do we have enough towers? We have enough, not enough belts. We have enough splitters. We have enough splitters and we have enough energy exchanges. So this should be able to power what we need to do. We have miners as well. We have drones to bring it back. So I think this should be somewhat decent for our needs. So let's go to there. we do need to sit. Where did it go? Where I want to go? Yeah. Let's go explore space. On. Good. Let's see, that'll take 14 seconds. That is decent enough. Let's see what we can find on this area, in this area. Because right now we have a battery planet powering pretty much our power plant, powering pretty much our entire base. Megabase, that is. Let's see. Oh. What? Is that one with... Oh, with two around it. I don't think I've seen one of these before. We have a gas giant in the middle. Oh, that's cool. That's a first, I think. Is this a 100%... 100% water? Yeah, pretty much 100% water. I'm guessing... What's the small amount over here? Is it only where the resource is at? We actually have some land. No, all the resources are actually below water. Well, that's a new first. We will need a ton of landfill and such if we want to get this done. Look at that in the background. Chips. If you want to get all of this. So I'll rename you to you'll be spine. Spine, oh, spiniform. Spiniform crystal. Good. Yeah. It's funny, it says... No, it's because it's all the rare resources. That's of course why it says it. What did this one have? That has... Oh, it has it as well, but with more construction now. So this one might actually be better in terms of that. You also have the kimberlite ore, but in a much less amount. So, yeah. That's something we have to look at as well. Let's quickly go and have a look at that one. You have foundations, it's not all issue. What is this in the middle? Oh, we can collect the deuterium directly from this one. That's actually pretty decent. Let's land over here and see what we can find. Oh, we also have oil. How much do you have in terms of... Oh, high ground. Sorry about that, that is my neighbors. If you're gone for too long, I'll have to mute myself for just for a minute, but so far it seems not too bad. What do we have here? We have room to build. But kimberlite ore, it's not a lot. 19 and 20. Organic crystals might be good to get so we can shift away from this production. We can use it here instead, that'll be way better. Let's see, organic crystals 2250 something. Here and here we can get those two to the same one. That would probably be the easiest. No respect for people streaming. Come on, neighbors. So you drag it right across here, we can get both into the same one. Or we can just have them in two towers. Then we can go here and here. Doesn't really matter too much as the towers are somewhat free to do. But firstly, let's set up some power production. And of course a tower to get things in. Let's see, I want you. We can actually stay right here if we want you to. Let's just place you there. That's a lot of water. Let's go and fix that. Where's it at? It is pretty much... Let's have a quick look. Do it in this one because it requires the least amount. Oh, we can actually do it all the way up here. Can we? Oh. We'll do it in this one. So 1, 2 ring is 2 wide ring one we want to do it in. First 2 wide ring one. So right. Am I blind? Yeah, in this one. That'll be fine. So want to make room right here for what we need to do. So let's just fill you in nice and quickly. Let's see, can we add in the power here and see if we can get this to work. Let's try that. Yes, perfect. You should request in power as needed. Of course, we need to give it a few warpers. You can get 100. That should be able to get delivered to remote demand. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Something we should, in theory, save. Road supply. And then the rest will kind of be delivered. Here goes the power as well. So now we have power on this planet, as simple as that. Because that's all being delivered from other places and not being requested from here. So do I save this, update this one with the blueprints? What we just did. There we are. That's gonna discharge into this one, so we can actually... Oh, that was quick. There goes the power. It's gonna go out. It's gonna go in. These will not discharge at the moment because there is no power need, but they will quite soon, as I will add in things we need. So let's see, where did the things go we needed? Crystals here, crystals there. They can just get a tower each. That way. Charge that one as well, that's fine. So you're going to be a mining planet for now. If we'll have to change it into something else, we'll look at it in the future. But for now at least, this will be good enough for what's needed. Organic crystal, perfect. We couldn't fairly just consume the oil as well to do this, but I like having our battery planets supply what we need. So one of you. So just want it here. Fine. Not like they're overly expensive at the moment, so we might as well just place them down here and there. Hey Alt, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the follow earlier today. And do keep up with new people joining our community. I'm glad you catch the stream. There we are. That should give us a decent amount of crystals. Can I just get you to deliver some belts to us? Am I that lucky? Please give me, say, 1,000. No, we do need to add in some things for that to work. Oh, glad to hear it, man. Try to make it enjoyable for you guys, while also enjoying it myself. So 4, 8, 9. I'll do something like that. You want to hook these up together? We'll see how many it actually supports, but let's try for now and see how it goes. If you want to, we are also doing StreamRaiders next to whatever we are playing currently. In case you want to join into that, you can find some information by typing SR in chat. It's just a little fun, idle game to have next to stream, but it's something that carries over, so it's quite fun. And there's events going on once in a while. Here, let's see. Oh. It's organic crystals. I'd like for you to supply that anywhere in the universe. Supply it from the bottom up. Go. Supply. Please give us a few. Do we need space warpers? Well, we don't really need them here unless we add something to them, and I might just want them to be requested from somewhere else. Well, to be honest, let's do this. Might as well. Don't request that many. Please remote demand that. That should get flown in. Then we'll add in some of you in case you want to deliver it anywhere, because then we have the request towns requesting them, and we have the supply ones delivering as well. That means we can get a higher throughput, which is decent. Normally though, I'll just put it in the requester instead. Oh, well, both is good, depending on how you set up your base. This seems good in terms of throughput. Very nice. The other thing I needed was the Kimberlite ore. Oh, we have spine from crystal there. Organic crystals there, just to make sure we have enough, so we don't have to worry about that for the foreseeable future. And we buy it away. And see, right now we're quite low on belts. Can I just use this one as a test? Can you give me 1,000 of you? Let's get 1,500. Oh, look at that. I love that we have our local hub for this, so we can get things delivered. It makes things so much easier when expanding out. We also need more power poles, so let's just give ourselves, as I say, well, give us 600, that's fine. There we are. That will go in. Anything else we desperately need at the moment? Don't think so. We have enough miners, we have enough belts when that is being delivered, power poles and towers. So let's just keep this going here. Let's see, this should be coming from our home world, so this shouldn't be too far away. Let's see, coming from Bellatrix. Have one. Oh yeah, we're going this one to go and pick it up, and then some of it will go back again. Yeah, there's 4 ships going out from here. But they're probably just in a clump. Yeah, there we go. The belts and the power poles. Pick this up in a second. But we want to drag this towards crystals here. Do we need this organic crystal as well? Or should we grab? We might be missing stone. This one is the most important, and that's all there is on this planet. Then we'll get this one afterwards. There goes the belts. Power poles. A bit further out, right there. And there we go. Please clear you. Get all the belts and clear that one afterwards. As soon as they're here, because then I don't have to worry about them requesting more afterwards. I know this is a bit overkill compared to how many we need, but that's just what happened. Might actually be a good reason to get some more inventory space. Good. So, right there. Oh. Good. Let's landfill in a small amount of this to make room for the miners. There we are. A good amount going out. Bit of a tower for you. You can just have some power. That is completely fine. Plus, we do have a very, very nice amount of output we can actually do. Belts, more than enough. So it's so nice when you're able to expand out this way, because it makes your life so much easier. One, you don't have to worry too much about the resources needed. Once you're producing so much that that just becomes second nature to just plot down things. Oh neighbor, don't start drilling again. Thank you. And here and here. That's pretty good. Let's activate all of you. Get you out the crystals. Start from crystal, you go out, supply, and get in some warpers. 100 with remote demand. Boom. Very nice. Here's some for you as well, in case we need them to deliver it somewhere else, which is probably the case. So what else do I need from here? Well, the kimberlite ore, that's right. Actually quite good to get. Because right now we can also set up the production for carbon nanotubes to get that up and running. We have a basic recipe, but I want to use the other one because it's way more efficient and yeah, just serves us very, very well. That one and Kimberlite ore. Right, have one to go into diamonds. Diamonds are not the hardest to get because it just uses energetic graphite in a 1-to-1 ratio. Of course, these are better as it's a 1-to-2, so we need a lot less space to do it. So we might as well just grab it, but it's probably not the first thing I'll set up in terms of new builds. But where are you hiding? Right there. That is about as far away as we can get from current buildings. Ooh. Oh, that's a bad noise. 2 sec. Oh, there we are. If it gets too bad, just... oh, drink! Oh, thank you, buddy. I will mark that as complete. Oh. Oh well, you can go there. That's fine. Looks messy. But I'm glad I put a limit on how often you can request me to drink, because otherwise Matrix, Unimatrix, would have waterboarded me a few times already, which would have been quite bad. Go this way. Let's see what we can find. Ah, yeah, right there. So, the Kimberlites is the next thing we need. Not overly need, like we discussed, they're just for diamonds, but they're nice to have. Or when we expand out in the future. And a little tower right here. As a problem, make a blueprint with one of these towers that already have what's it called? The space what was being requested in. It's a small thing, but will make it a bit easier to manage. Light on. You. Here, and there. Very nice. There's some power. There's some power as well. Some power to give it all a bit of life. Yes. Nice amount of crystals or ore flowing in. That means we have this one pretty much tapped at what we need. The power is looking more than fine. So, one of the last few rare resources we'll need to find. We have Kimberlite ore, we have optical granite crystal, we have spiniform, we have the unipolar magnets. So we pretty much just need to go find fractal silicon. Not super important, but we can save a ton of silicon with it. So I'll probably go and grab that after we've done the StreamRaiders battle, just so we have all the rare resources in the network. So let's jump over and see how it looks. There we are. Oh, Freynot is back. Afraid not. He's insane. So so let's see here. Let's see if I can grab the ball. That'd be good, and then we'll see how it goes. Hopefully Freynot just kill everyone. He is pretty insane. Who's gonna get the ball? Yes, I got the ball. Perfect. Oh, this one's throwing bombs. Bring it. Adeline killed a ton. Let's see who's gonna get the loot. Sorry about that. Arthur Scrolls goes to Birdie. Yet again, sniping all the loot. it's one of the things he's very, very good at. Let's see, let's continue over. Let's get started. Let's see. Let's just get something down. I said it was one of the things. It's not... You said it was the only thing. Didn't I have some kind of quest? I think I had a quest where I had to place down something. Let's see where they're at. What do I have? Oh yeah, bombers. I think I have something with that. Let's try and place you down. So let's just quickly go and check what was the quest we had. Oh, it's 3 busters I have to place. Ooh. Quest completed. Perfect. Legendary Orc Slayers, that's a lot. The flying units. Yeah, so we'll play some busters as well, just so we have some. But that will be in the next fight. So, filling up nicely. Have chips in it. So we're going to look for a fractal crystal if we can find anywhere they are at. Should be possible. Oh, the first one I click. That was quite easy. Fractal silicon. Let's have a little trip that way. This should be able to mind its own business now. I love the streaks. That they have different color depending on what they're transporting between worlds. So we're kind of also getting to the stage where we should start to build our first Dyson sphere. At least it won't be too far into the future now, as pretty much our entire base is set up other than the production for that, at least at our current scale. So it also means we'll have to go hunting for whatever star we want to build it around. So just find the one with the highest amount of loom. I think that produces the most. So let's go and see if we can find that at some point, if it's not too far away. Let's see, that is the one that has 15, that's not a lot. Give us a small amount. This lava planet, which always looks cool, by the way. Let's see. Where are you hiding? All titanium here, but I don't want to get that right here. But firstly, let's get some power down. Oh, very nice, all the beast. I was glad that some of the things I do help. So, how big are your base then? If you're 400 hours in, it must be getting quite large. Unless it's the first playthrough. In that regard, it's a lot of time have gone by just experimenting with things. Take out power. You'll be up here somewhere. Actually fitting right here, so what if I just use that? We'll just go down a bit further then. It's not really that important which one we use, as I just want it to go down so we can produce some power. This is also completely overkill. Ah, very nice. But yeah, blueprints makes it it's so much easier to do things. I remember in my first playthrough, I even made a factory planet at that point, but damn, doing that by hand was a monumental task. That goes into power. Get some space warpers, just in case. Is that even needed here? I don't think space warpers are needed on this one. Just get these two going. Go in, go out, give power. Yeah, that should be fine. And we'll drag you to... Let's see, where are you hiding? Right over here. But yeah, getting the logistics system is so much. It's so good. Is it the planetary one you're almost done researching, or is it the interstellar one? We also have silicon there. Might be worth getting some of that. I hope they at some point will implement the drag and click and drag function from Factorio. Because it's much easier to plan out your power poles then. Ah, very nice. Yeah, in this playthrough I pretty much just rushed to yellow signs so I could get the interstellar logistics towers, as I wanted to build my base up around that, then do what I did in my first playthrough and did a lot with planetary logistics before I went to interstellar ones. Just to save some time and to make the builds that would also work in game. You can go and out with that one. in, and you go in. Good. And there goes all the fractal silicon. Very nice speed. Only get better as times goes on. We will want to grab anything else from here. What I'm normally looking at is our silicon production, as that can be quite bad. You see the consumption are changing, so it might not be too bad. Total. We're still a few 100,000 ahead, or so few, about 60,000 ahead. We do have some in surplus, so it might be good. We'll see later. It's not completely bad. That looks good. That is just because we're producing enough. So that's fine. So I think it's about time we start to build our Dyson spheres. So getting the vertical launch silo up and running, because we have all the things produced already somewhere in the base. So far, from my experience, I hadn't had any lag just yet. In my first playthrough though, I did have a small amount of lag at the end on my old PC. I've gotten a new one since. So far I haven't had any issues. And I don't expect I'll get any until it's way bigger than it is at the moment. But so far, quite good. I know they implemented the performance statistics. You can see here what it uses. They should have a ton of space. Oh, logistics vessels was used the most. So as you can see, I have more than enough CPU, up to 209 UPS still. I don't think I see my FPS anywhere just yet. But if you go UPS, FPS is the same, then we're quite good for a long time. At least that is what I'm hoping. So you are filling up nicely. I can leave you behind now, and we can go and have a little look at going to our factory world and setting up the 2 new things we can make. And of course getting the research done as well. So vertical launch silo. This requires graviton lenses to be used for when grabbing power. Let's get you first. Get the stress system. Let's get you. That gives us something to do while we build the other things. I came from a GTX 980, so a 7-year-old or 6-year-old card, very old. Now I'm running a 3080. I was lucky enough to find someone selling his PC secondhand because he was moving, so even in this drought of a graphics card situation, I was able to get one, actually at a pretty decent price. So I couldn't complain about that. Then I have Intel 10700K, something like that. So it's pretty much as high end as it can get at the moment, which is very nice, and will able to serve me for the next many years before I run into anything that's gonna push it to any kind of issues. A funny story with me changing my PC. I have an old, what's it called, Factorio save that was down to 10 FPS when I was playing it. And when I got my new PC, I was able to run it at 6060 again. And I was like, that is so nice. Being able to handle the megabases I normally build without having to worry about lag being the limiting factor. We will see how hard we can push this in terms of performance. Here we'll have to go. I'm just gonna go with him. How are you looking? You are building up nicely. Unipolar is not going in fast enough as the only limiting factor, but that will increase, so that's good. So yeah. Well, there's no point. Oh, that's a pretty beefy PC you have then. That's an insanely beefy PC. Will probably not run into any issues either. 2 sec, I just need to open a window and then I'll be right back. It was getting quite hot in my office, so we needed to solve that. Filled up. Are you looking here? You're empty. Because of that, but now we got the fractal. Oh, it's fractal, the spino. I don't remember what they're called now. Well, we got that at least so we can set up our production for this one instead. In a chemical facility. Let's get a few requested in. I think we have room up here and it's not requested in yet. Right. Please give me chemical plants. Remote demands. Don't have any. We'll just put one in here. I'll have to add some to the home base so all of them have some logistics in them. Because that is way easier to manage than this. Our 16 gigabytes is somewhat low. I think I'm running 32 at the moment, because 16 is on the edge of what I normally use just running my PC with all the background things. That's gonna be nice when you get the extra RAM. Seriously needs to get this upgraded. I'm guessing that is the main bottleneck over here. Yes, that is correct. It's the same setup as this, if I'm not mistaken. If I take that over here and just double U, it will look somewhat decent. maybe. I'm thinking of making it in the same row as this. Maybe some over here. You making things. Oh. Let's just see. Let's get the chem plants first. Or here. Then we can always improve it later on. No, let's drop it over here. So I'll give us a bit more room, and this one needs to be dismantled as well at some point, as we got a better setup flying in as it stands right now. So let's just start you here. Or you can start you here. It's fine. You will request in, sorry, you'll output firstly carbon nanotubes. And you'll request in spinoform stalagmites. Remote demand. That's already gonna get delivered. Perfect. Most demand locally if we have any. We'll get in some warpers. That's a remote demand. That is always the easiest way to do it, as I know I already have one that's delivering it. Then never have to worry about local supply and such. And that should be fine. Oh, let's fix this. I actually want to take this blueprint from over here instead of remaking all of it. Right. There seems good. That's fine. You can go away, you can go away, and you can go away. Output nanotubes, input stalagmites. Fine. And fly. Of course, you can use all the ideas I have, providing that you think they're good. Because that is not a guarantee. Let's get some of you, just a smidge. We'll change you into that one instead. You there. Good. Outputs. That might. Ooh, they are incredibly fast at getting here. So that should solve our greatest bottleneck we have at the moment, being this one. And the requests by themselves. Do you have any? You have no drones, so if we give you drones, that should probably be the best. There we are, and you'll start to request locally as well. Perfect. Look at that. That gives us 1 every 2 seconds. This gives us 2, 4, 6. 12, that gives us 6 per second. And you over here, you're consuming, well, let's see, it's 1.5. What is called that? Of 1/4 every second. Times a lot. So we'll probably just make this a bit bigger to make sure we can actually handle the supply and we have enough throughput going in. Ratios is a 1-to-1. So we can't even take from the same line. We could have shifted this over and have 2 lines instead of 3. Do I want to do that just for making it look a bit better and not take as much? I think I will. So okay, let's do this. I think this will be good. let's call it work in progress with that one. Because then I'll dismantle this one. Hey Sky, welcome as well. Because then I'll dismantle this one and move it over, because I want to change it up a bit. Luckily, dismantling things takes only a few seconds. Because what I want to do instead is having 2 rows. Because it takes just a bit less space. Have you... This would be the middle. Do you... there? Do you on the opposite side right here? No, I can't overlap you. I'll fix it just in a second. Do you... here? Because that gives us twice as much, but inside the same little space of 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to stay inside that always, as then I have 6 for each of them. We just need to hook you up. Luckily that is easy enough to do. Output. Output. You go in. You'll like to output this one. Here and that might go out, so there. Let's get all the power poles as before. Just remove everything except those. So as soon as you get quite familiar with how blueprints work, you can actually use them somewhat quickly, even though they're not as versatile as Factorio blueprints. Then I just kind of want to make this just a tiny bit longer, because we know it's a 1-to-1 ratio. It means I can in theory make this way bigger. What if I take this and take away... How do we do this correctly? Because I can't just take this. Because we can't overlap the belts and such, unfortunately, so this won't work if I want to line it up as closely as possible. Now let's do this. This should work. If we do that, just add in the belts. And in theory I can take this afterwards. Do it in steps instead, because then you can actually do it somewhat easily. And I'll remove the belts. Oh. Then I can place you down. You go that close. Yeah, we can go right there. Then I'll do it one more time. Move everything except that. So in steps you can actually do some pretty good things with these. Do that. Lighting. Oh yeah, good. So that gave us a 4 times as big setup as we had before in a matter of minutes, even though we didn't have a complete blueprint of it. Oh, did we miss something at the end? Some of them are not connected up. We might have missed just a few outputs and such. So you can go there. Not quite sure how that happens. Oh, is that because... No, it can't be. And... yeah, it seems the curvature of the Earth did play a small trick on us with some of these. I think all of them are running now. You're not outputting. What? Are we lacking power? Is that why? No. Why is that one not working? It says it has 10. Oh wait. I'm such an idiot. Of course this is the output. Must be the heat. Must be the heat. There we are. A nice amount of carbon nanotubes being produced, and hopefully that's not going to be a limiting factor anymore. Yeah, and throughput wise there is no issues whatsoever. But should we just make it as big as possible? Oh, it's only half a second, so we can actually make this 60 long. Damn. Right now it's... is that 12? So we do this times 5. Oh! Thank you for the raid, I'll call it a meme. Because if you make this 5 times as long, we can actually get it to the 60 we need to fully saturate the belts and fully consume the other belts. But do we want to do that? And can we handle it throughput wise? Probably. Might not be that bad. And welcome everyone that's new to the stream. Glad to have you here. So we might as well just make it as big as humanly possible, since that is kind of what we're going for. We'll do it in steps as always, so what if we just do this? Please copy all of you to here. Ah, drink. Thank you, birdie. Grab one. Oh, yeah, there's battle as well. Oh, there's too many things. Just queue up. Well, let's go do the Raiders battle first. And for all the new ones here, if you haven't tried StreamRaiders before, do jump in. It is very fun. And if you follow this link, you're able to see how to set it up. Ah, thank you as well, birdie. So let's jump over, get the fight done, and score some more points for Team Red. Get some speed down here. Speed is always good to have. The bomber's going crazy. That's good. Oh, Sky! You're going insane! Very nice, Sky. Let's kill the rest. Come on, little... Oh, it's the Berserker that's going crazy. From Sky. Very nice. Let's see if Birdie can steal all the loot yet again. I'm doing that for quite a few battles now. Let's see. We have 2. Will Birdie steal it yet again? Oh, he did not. Congrats, Sky and Raid. Look at it next time. Let's go over here. Loyalty token chest. Very hard battle, so we'll need as many people as possible. They are, oh, they're only level 1, level 5. Not too many. I know I have a quest for Orc Slayer, so I can see we have orcs here, so let's just get that killed. Wonder quest we have. Yeah. You have to take it with a grain of salt if it's hard or not. It most depends on what level they're at, and I can see these are only level 1 and 5. I don't think it's going to be too hard. But we did have a few fights the other night. We lost because it was just... we had level 20s and such, and I'm not that strong yet. So that was pretty insane. But let's double this. That was actually what we came for. Or from even. If we take that out, only take the belts. say, how big will this get? Let's just do it to here for now. Then we'll take all of the labs. Right here, there. Put that down, because unfortunately we can't just copy it because of the belts. Not there, what if we do it right here? Right there. Good. Oh, is that why we didn't get all of the... Ah, that's why we didn't get all of the sources down. If the belt's not built, they won't add them in. But good to know. Let's quickly delete the ones we placed by accident then. That means they'll be pretty much all you here in the middle. So remember to build the belts before you do this. You don't run into this stupid issue right there. There we are. Let's see. Belts will need some more, I think. We'll need all we have. Even all the sorters. And more chem labs as well, I think we'll need. You're all built now. Yeah, that is an excellent question, Sky. Because I'm home alone for the next week, the missus have gone out traveling. For some business and pleasure. So I want to try something new where if I have something I want to stream, I just start instead of wait until late. So I'll also be streaming tonight, as I might as well. But right now I'm enjoying it very much. So it's just trying something new, where I just start when I want to, and not at certain times, because certain times, as you guys know, is not something I'm good at managing with my hectic life. Oh, hectic life, it sounds like I'm an important person. But it does make it a bit easier if I can just start. Let's grab the power poles. Yeah! I actually want to try and stream every night on the weekdays. If I can put myself up to it. I think that could be fun. Let's power everything. There. Colliding with an object. Or is it colliding with me again? Good. Power. Yeah, so I hope I'll be able to stream at night, every night. Not sure it's going to be Dyson Sphere every night. Might go and expand our Factorio Megabase as well a few nights. And if I find some kind of good survival adventure game, it would be fun trying that as well. Yeah, it will be incredibly exhausting. Let's build up. But it could be fun to give it a try. You're filled up. But we'll see if I can do it every night. It depends on if I have things to do, but it could be fun. Of course not Dyson Sphere, because talking that much will be... doing the same thing for every night a whole week will be quite hard. But it could be fun trying the streamer life for a week now that I have no obligations for next week. Which is something that doesn't come by very often. Then I'll have more chances to talk with you guys as well. Which is always fun. Let's get in you instead. Demands. Yes, perfect. So I should probably build a new one of these, because when I built this, it's, as you see, it's rather small, and I kind of want 2 rows. Because I can actually get 2 rows. That might actually be quite good. But just copy this as well, but move it over. Oh wait, no, never mind. It uses 7. What I can do is then do 2 rows of this with 6 going in. That's too many. I don't have enough room for it in terms of throughput, unless I reuse some of the middle belts. Then in theory I can fit them all in. We'll see what I do in terms of these. And take 2 of them and just have, then I can have 4 and 4. That's 8, that's 9, 10, 11, 12. Then I can keep it at 12 if I reuse the middle ones. That could be fun to set up, couldn't it? Because we have enough resources, it's just the throughput that's abysmal. Abysmal, the amount of machines we have. What if I take you and add you... Let's try it right here. I think this could be fun. Let's start it here so we can get the belts out from the back. So start you there. And then we'll design an entirely new build. Build around 2 of these rows instead of just 1. If I take you, because you are good in terms of what you are right now. Then instead we'll have you 1, 2, 3, 4. If I place it here, 1, 2, 3, then I have 3 on the opposite side as well. That gives me enough room. Let's try. We can always dismantle it. What if we do it? Let's do. Oh wait. Let's do that. I think this is going to be good. I have a good feeling about this. Ooh, well, it's a bit too many. Whoops. Please upgrade all of you. Lack of items. Oh, double upgrade, please. There we go. So if we have this, then we'll do the same on the opposite side, except we will reuse one of the middle ones here. What if we just take... Ooh, then we can have the power poles here. Can they stay in between? Can. Perfect. Let's do this. Work it. That should work. No. I have to do that with 3 instead. Let's assign something that's gonna work long term. One, 2, 3, 3. I have to go 1 further then. Or what if we move it all the way out to the side, since the middle one is not what needs it the most, it's the outside ones. What if we do that? I was completely bad counting. How does that look for a build? That's not too bad. Then we'll have 1, 2 more. Then we'll have you going in right here. Use you and then remove the other one afterwards. Go works fine like that. We'll say 1, 2, 3. Is that enough? That'll save us 1 belt. We'll save 1 more, saving 2 belts instead. So what if we remove you? That you there instead. 1, 2, 3. In terms of throughputs, yeah, 2, 2, 1. Then it's no issues whatsoever with an 8-second craft time. I'll probably not make it that long anyway, where we can fully consume 1 blue belt or Mark 3 belt, as that will be too much. For this one, then we'll have 1 going out. Then we'll do the same again. Here. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3. Let's see, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This should work in terms of having enough lanes to support all of this. Let's just quickly try and hook it. Ooh, that's already been delivered. So nice. So nice. We want the outside one to be the plastic. We'll of course also leave 1 room for pus, in case you need to deliver it. And there. Good. Orange. Let's see, how do you take this in a good way? Take 3 there. Let's just try and hook it up, then we'll sort out what it needs afterwards. So we go here, do 1, 2, 3. Take all 3 from the back to there. No, we can't do that. Take 1 from the back. Let's try this then. 2, 3, 4. Then we can have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, it all fit in. That was quite good. That means we can expand this down as much as we want. Let's hook up you over here. We'll have 1, 2, and 3. Just do that for now, that is saying length, so we can just hook up belts from over here to make it easier to do. Let's try this. Let's get you first. Right here. How many can we support? It takes them about 5.5 seconds to do 1 cycle. That means we do, in theory, 150 or something like that. 75 or something like that down this line. Might be completely wrong on that math, but something around that. And we'll do it with 3 in between. But again, let's get the belts down first. Where you use belts. Is this overkill going this far? What's the worst that can happen? Okay, that might be overkill going all the way down there. In 2 lines. We're here to have fun. Why not do it? This is gonna be massive. Holy moly. Yeah, it's never... I agree, Sky. But look how massive this is gonna get. Whoops. That's like a quarter of the planet. And I haven't even checked if this is too much, but I think it's enough. Or we have enough throughput to... or the builds are good enough to support this. Holy. Okay, let's go and fill this up. We have enough resources anyway to do this, so why not build something fun? It's like a super highway. Exactly. Always build too big. Always overproduce, then underproduce, because then you don't have to look at it for a long time again. We don't have to fix small bottlenecks all the time, but rather massive bottlenecks. We are building a Megabase, so this looks kind of cool. I have to say. Okay, so we'll do power every 3rd one. For now, it's just a matter of placing down all of these first, and we'll do the power afterwards. So that's... we can probably do both sides at the same time. What if we just do here? Do that. Oh, wait, is there an output messed up here? Yes, there is something with the outputs, I can see that much. So it's just you that's missing an output. Glad we caught that before we made it too far. Means we'll have that. Yeah, so we can have what we need, and then we can pretty much double expand this downwards. Hey, Umbe, Uma? I'll call you Uma. That's gonna give us a pretty big setup when we fill this in. Before I do it though, let's just get the items flowing to see it actually in action and working. As having built all of this but wrong would be a bit annoying. So let's see, we'll have plastic on the outside. We'll do plastic first, that means we'll have plastic. That's the outside. We'll also have plastic here. We'll have plastic in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Oh, that's right. We'll have one, we'll have to double here. That has to be the high throughput one. So we can do plastic, and that should be all the plastic we need for all of them, right? Plastic, 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 and plastic. A Megabase is pretty much just something that produces an insane amount of products per second. Either being that science per second, Dyson spheres per minute, or something like that, or just the amount of gigawatts or terawatts of power we can produce. In this, I'll say it's probably terawatts produced, as there is a leaderboard for these kind of things. So that's kind of what I'm going for. So that one there, we'll do. The other ones were the same, 2 and 2. So we get 3 there. Here. Then we'll have tubes. 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 And tubes. Look at that. The first product is starting to go through. This seems. Hey, Matrix. No, you didn't miss the stream. You're just watching me maybe overbuild something a bit, but that's always fun. And don't worry, I'll be streaming again tonight. Oh, thank you for the follow, Uma. Uma? Uma Bell. Ah! when I catch a name. You. Yeah, I saw the ones you posted yesterday or the day before that. Let's see, that is working and everything is outputting on both sides. Good. So let's expand this one down. Take all of you. Take that one away and that one away. Use base. Place that. Let's get some more Uma Bell. French. Or did I offend someone by saying that? Let's get some more view. Perfect. Do we have enough? Yeah, we do. Let's get you placed in. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's get. Can we have 3 more? That work. Looks, that's pretty decent filled. Then we need to go and grab the power poles. How many do we have here? Every 3rd one. So away, away, and away. Oh wait, we can't do that just yet. Once in a while, Matrix. Not every time. Once in a blue moon. I might get lucky. Get you. 12, that's perfect. Means we can go 1, 2, 3, just right there. 3 there, and I will overbuild a bit. 1, 2, 3. Oh, does it like this line up perfect? Oh, look at that! There goes the rest of the power. I know they look so good, but this is the weird thing about me. Because I know these are free to use, and no power is not going to be an issue at any point. Because I know these are free and don't consume any idling, and these does. I'm like, if I use these, I'll never spend any power. If I use these, I'll spend 720 kilowatts idle. And it doesn't matter at all, but I try to optimize in everything I do and don't unnecessarily spend too much resources or waste. And that's pretty much the main reason, because yeah, the satellites look so awesome. That I think we're producing enough. Exactly. Let's check our production. How much did that increase right there? And let's see what happened right here. Oh, that's That's an order of magnitude. Last hour, I get it here. 117, 120. The last minute, find it somewhere around here. We're now up to, wait, I could actually see that before. 1500 per minute. Almost. That is actually an insane amount of particle broadbands. Not sure the rest of my base can handle that, but we're consuming 170 and producing 8 times as much. Almost 10 times as much. So that should be future-proof just for a few minutes at least. That's cool. Very pleased. Very, very pleased. Yeah. That was kind of the main reason why I did it, because our purple was starting to consume more than I could produce. So that should be fine now. All of this is working. We have... how many science labs is this? We have each science being used, produced in 28 labs. Each color. Yeah, so we have to go to white soon. Oh yeah, we have to build the Dyson sphere soon as well, because we actually got it researched. I just kind of forgot in the middle of all this. Let's go get some of this so we can start to get some mass energy storage. Go into the antimatter fuel rods and into artificial star, meaning that our power issues will be much easier to manage, and we'll just send artificial stars around with probably just some antimatter fuel rods to support the rest of the base. So what we kind of need to do now is that all of this is running. Oh, I just have to check one thing. That is, we should probably find a star we want to use for a Dyson sphere. This is still completely filled up. Let's just do this right now because we have it. We don't have to worry about upgrading these in the future. Yeah, that is twice as much production. That is, let's find a star. What is the most luminous one we have? What is the best kind of stars? Is it G stars? No, that's not very blue ones. The blue ones are good. This one has 1.7. That's not... the blue ones are somewhat far away. 1.9. 2.1. This one. That's 2.1 as well. It's not too far away. 1.9. 2. Wonder what best star is. Oh, 2.4. Theta. That's almost Greta. It's probably. Oh, let's just pin you for a second, because you are actually pretty darn bright. And so this O-type star would be very, very useful. Is that the one we should go for? Good. What you? Whoa! Oh, sorry. That was temperature. I thought it was 2.9. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a good star. No, that's not gonna work. What about here? Now, so far, I think that is the best we found is this one. Always show. What if we just call you... yeah. And it has a ton of things. So that's good, and we have a battle as well. Let's say 2.475 do L. Because then we know this is where we want to... this is where we want to build a Dyson sphere. It's about as far away, let's see, 25 light years, 27. But we could, in theory, oh, water as well. That's pretty hydrated. But yeah, drinking battle. So what I want to do is we'll build all the Dyson sphere components here. Then we'll ship the sails and the rockets over here and build the Dyson sphere. And then we'll probably make all the antimatter fuel rods here and send it out to the rest of the universe to power all the artificial stars. I think that could work. So let's quickly... Oh yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't matter we have to transport it, but let's quickly drink and then we'll go do our StreamRaiders battle. 29 units, very nice. So let's just quickly switch over. There we are. And let's get, ooh, that's a nice mount. Yeah, so let's see here. Let's start this battle. That could be cool. I don't really mind sending it back and forth. Well, let's talk about that after this fight. I'm guessing we're gonna completely annihilate them in. Sky, when did you get so good at this? You're just killing everything. Jesus. Is that a wolf? It is a wolf. Bring it. Nice. Team Red, yes. And who's gonna win? 50 gold. Who's gonna win? Sky. Congrats on the gold. That's gonna be able to buy you quite a few units. Very nice. So what are we now? We are 2 fights away from the boss battle. So let's hastily continue with a gold chest. Very good. Let's get... I have balloon buses I have to place down. Does this have a blast radius? Just giant targets, but I need it for a quest. We can just go ahead and blow something up. It's fine. Let's jump back. We just got our research done. Going on at a nice speed. So let's see here. That is all working. Science is producing nice and steady. So we need to build small carrier rockets. We have everything being produced other than our Dyson components plus our solar sails. Oh, we have to go down this production chain. Luckily we have the crystals, so that is fine. That should be good. So should we just set it up here? Or should we just set it up over there? Because then we don't have to transport that many crystals. Do we have some crystals next to it? Let's go and see. Oh, optical crystal right next to it. Very good. Let's call you... Wait, I'll be good for getting that. That is very good. What else do we need? Always listen to me. That is correct. Let's see, that's enough for what we need for the solar sails. Then we just need a bit of fire ice. I know I have that other places, so we don't have to transport in other things. We have the fire... Oh, that has the fire ice. So that means we're sorted for the solar sails. So that's perfect. Small carrier rockets, this being produced at the home planets, these. That's fine, because that needs to be transported. Yeah, and we need to set a massive deuterium. Frost units were sent from the back. This will be sent from the home world as well, as it is quite a few crafting things. And this will get, so that should be fine. So let's go and set up at least solar sails, and we'll make the small carrier rockets back at home world, since the amount of items we need to send is easier. This needs to travel. We do need a... Yeah, pretty much. Well, let's go out there if we have what we need. Probably set up the production for this one back at the home world. So let's quickly go back to the home world. I think that'll be a wise decision. Home world, please. And let's have a quick little look over here. Yeah. So let's see. To be honest, I don't really mind shipping things around because I think it looks kind of cool having a lot of transport drones or logistic vessels flying around. But in terms of throughput, it's not the best thing to do. So mall blank, thank you. Line you up. Yeah. True. So let's see. Let's see. One power here, and we need to set it up to make some launches. So please make that 4 inputs. 100 at a time? Store 1,000 just so we have some storage. Might be overkill, but that's the way it's gonna be for now. My supply. You. Frame. That one, and the last thing was the processor. Or quantum chip, sorry. 1,000. 1,000 and 1,000. Storage. Up demand. Demand. Wherever they're at, we should have some somewhere in the universe. And there we are. I'm using all the quantum chips. Oh wait, they are on this planet. There we are. I should probably add that at some point. I know you suggested it as well the other day. I just haven't gotten around to it because I am lazy. Or let's say I was busy. But yeah, we could do something like that. Just need to find a good amount for it. We will need a mod for it to do it. True. So 4 items in. Does need to be overly fast. Let's just get you. And the rest doesn't really matter too much. There we are. That is all we need to make them. You got in point with that. There we are. That's going to produce these. Should we just upgrade the belts to upgrade all of it? It's actually fine. Grab some belts from over here somewhere. Good. So now these are producing. Should give us quite a few. That will slowly but surely stack up. 5,000, that is a lot. I think you might remind Uni. Not upgraded. Well, let's see. We can also research this just so we have it. Also need to get the Dyson sphere though. Well, now that you said it, then you might have to be a mod at some point. It's always the people that don't want to do it that's the best. Mech movement speeds. Upgrades. Drive engine. Warp speed might be good to get, so we can get around a bit faster. Then we need to upgrade all of these solar sail things. Well, not that they actually matter anymore, as they'll all be added to a Dyson sphere. Need raise transmission. That's a bit queued up. That'll be fine. So we need to bring a ton of gold. We can always get everything flown in. But one thing I do need to hook up with these is space warpers. And the easiest way I've found to do it is just running them along the line from one that has them. And do from there. So if we do this. Space warper, go to, just take 100 at a time. Local and storage, because they are here. 200. Then we'll go out, split. Let's do a split in front of each of these. Ooh. Can you go in the way it is right here? We can't. Good. Over here as well. Yep. There's a few ways to connect up. That is a bit annoying. Let's do that. You'll start to output. That'll go into different places. So I can request this anywhere in the universe without having to rely on those having what we need. There we are. It's good. Go over here then. You have some. Go this way. I think I did. I'll go and have a look. I need these two. And in. And in. That's fine, that's fine. Ah, you're correct. Here and that one's connected up. So that helps deliver to anywhere in the galaxy. We'll have to do the same down here. Make it... Oh, I did forget one, but I noticed it after you said it. So do we have any here with room for one? Right here. Orange commands. We do this a bit smarter if we do this. Oh. Good. Oh, this one is one misaligned. That's a bit annoying. Oh well, I don't want to dismantle it to fix it, so it should be good. There we are. So let's just do this to make it a bit faster to do. One, two, three from the bottom, so it should be right here. Easy way to do it is actually just using the mouse, what's called the keyboard to do this, and just dragging them around. Yeah. And let's continue. But I remember they have to go the same way around if I do this. Not that that is a big deal at all, I just have to remember. In the middle? Good. So you're going out. You're all going the same way. Once in a while you can make things a bit easy for yourself by doing something like this, so you don't have to click as many times. And then afterwards we'll have to go around, just check, do we have the logistics vessels we need as well in them. That way we can also build if a few things didn't get probably hooked up. Here's the last few. Last two probably we need. Yes, exactly. And there we are. Well, let's quickly check. You require drones. Vessels. Oh, you can probably see from the top if they have them or not. Which is actually a quite nice visual effect. Has some of the things that need to be built. That looks pretty good in terms of chips. So now we can deliver this anywhere. Oh, we'll need a few here. How about up here? That looks fine. 23. Oh, it's the graviton lenses we probably have to look at soon. Most because I'm guessing the strange matter is starting to lag a bit, and right now we are requesting quite a few base warpers, and if we haven't upgraded them to the green cubes yet, or green science, which we probably should. So instead of taking green lenses, I would like you to take Please cancel that. In the same one we're doing it. Copy, I want to take that instead, and you can just request some green from somewhere. And you, that. Good. Empty out the belts. And add in green signs instead. 1,000. That'd be good. Remote demand. If we have 1,000 storage, that is of course the issue, but we should at least very soon have it being produced. That's fine. We'll probably go and have a quick look at our science production if that needs upgrading as well, as there's no reason why we don't have it. How's this looking over here? Yes, as you can see, the main issue is staring us right in the face. Can be solved by just activating the rest of these. Did start with substations, so why not do it again? 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. To give us a bit more throughput. We do need to have a bigger setup of this, but we also need to add it somewhere else because look how power hungry they are. It is insane. But luckily, we're almost at the point where we'll build our first Dyson sphere. That'll give us antimatter thingamajigs. Called antimatter fuel rods. And with that, we can go into the mini artificial star. We don't just want to use energy exchanges going forward. Now at least let's just take a few of you. That's fine. Just place you. You line up right here. So what is the closest we can place you? That's there. Good. Let's just expand out our power production just a tiny bit more, since we do have a place that's producing a ton of power. And we can easily get it flown in. That completely solved our power issues as it stands right now. Perfect. I do wish they would change these discharges so they only work as if it's lacking in the system. Because as it stands right now, they will take out of renewable power. So these produce less if only if the consumption is lower than the generation. So there's a few things I would like to change, or at least some way to control. That's the way it is now. So that is looking mighty fine. So we're going to look at our green science. I think that is the main bottleneck we have. Ethereum's still keeping up. That's not going to keep up for long though. So we do need to expand out this as well at some point. With the fractionators. But science first. Factory world, right next to us, luckily. Oh, green is completely grounded to a halt. Because of lack of crystals, and that's again the strange matter. So, yeah, we seriously need to get our strange matter up and running. I have a hard time thinking that it's diamonds. It will be the deuterium very, very soon. Would probably want to go and expand that out. That is the issue. Let's quickly go back home again. There we are. That gives all of these something to do. So something I would like to look at now is, should we do deuterium with fractionators, or should we go into particle collider, I think they're called? Yeah, particle collider. I think this has a recipe as well, where we can produce it a bit easier. Okay. Being that one. The thing is though, this requires a lot of power. And I can't remember which one of these requires the most power. This requires 700 something to keep working. Giving us one there. It's 1% of what's going through. That gives us, what is that? 16 per minute? Is that correct? 1 in every 100. So 16, 17 per minute. At 720 something. 720. This one will give us... What's that going to be? It's times 12. It's going to give us 60 per minute. At the same ratio. But does it require a lot more power? I kind of just want to use the fractionators. I feel like they are better. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what requires more power. Using a miniature particle collider for making deuterium, or using fractionators for making deuterium. Because it looks like this one requires a ton of power to do it. A fractionator, did it require more power? I thought they would be cheaper. True, you'll need more of them, but this requires 9 megawatts. Oh well. I'll trust you on this, Uni. You have been right about everything else so far. Good, let's make a particle build then. That's gonna be fun. So let's see, where do you want colliders? Ooh, plane filters. Don't get distracted. Oh wait. That should help. There we are. We're producing a ton somewhere else. That's fine. So, true. Let's see. You want to maybe just build it right here. A very nice big collider build. So, let's just fill in the ground a bit. Luckily, we have a ton of sand now. Go into that one. And let's see what we can make here. almost battle time. Couldn't fear start now, but I'll just wait a second so we can plan this out. Well, to be honest, good idea. Let's do the battle before we do this build. We might as well jump over. So let's quickly do it. Let's start early because I believe we can easily do this. And here's some speed. We're gonna annihilate these guys. 31 units. They're not gonna have a chance. There's even a war there. Or beastie. Oh, birdie, your units! No! We're going for the football. Monster cheerleader. Oh, they're level 20. Oh, there are actually some rather high level enemies. Ah, we got this. Oh, they're actually quite strong. Oh, thank God for the war bear. Nice, guys. That was perfect. And we got a gold chest. Who's gonna win the 50 gold? And the winner is Matrix. Congrats on the loot, man. That's your payment for the help with the particle colliders. So one battle away from the boss battle. That's gonna be good. So what do we need here? We have level 20 again, so we do need quite a lot of units so we don't get swarmed. But they're orcs. Do we have... I'll save the orcs later for later. Let's get a berserker down. They are normally quite insane. There we are. Let's jump back in. Okay. I want to build the colliders for making working consumption 12 megawatts. That's gonna cost a lot. But never mind, we have our battery planets or power planets, but we can always go and upgrade if needed. But the miniature particle ones are, let's see, should be somewhere around here. Fractionator. Might sure I set it up at some point. Ah, there we are. This gives me 50 should be enough. The idle consumption is 120 megawatts, so that's not too bad. Good. Let's get ourselves a tower. You'll start right here at the end of this one. To be honest, let's stop all the science for a second. Because we need to get this sorted before. Close. Let's move it out one more. There. So, particle colliders. This should only be a one input item. So, can we do... Let's check it. So it uses 2 per second. That means we can do 15 in a row. Then we can have 2. Yeah, let's do 15 in a row. Let's go maximum style at what we need. That we can easily do. Then we'll do 2 rows. Do we have space for 2 rows though? Start by going down here. You'll be one of the outside ones. Then we'll have our particle collider. Let's turn you this way. Let's start you there. Front that way instead. And we fit it all in. Because this they actually take quite a lot of room. And another one here. 1, 2, 3, so we can't fit it inside the 6. That's kind of what I want to do. And we'll have the outside out here. 2 in a row. Let's just check. How do we then line up? Oh, that is... Oh, it's completely the wrong spot, isn't it? Okay, 15 in a row. That should be fine. That means there'll be 30 in one of these. And that should give us exactly a 4 belt going out. Can we handle that throughput-wise? Why not? We'll get better throughput anyway as soon as we upgrade things. I think it will be fine. Let's see. It's these 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There we are. That's wrong. That. Do this then. In theory, we have the same on the opposite side, right here, at the same range. That's perfect. We'll just cut off whatever we don't need. There we go. You'll work. We'll have 1 input. And 1 output. That one and that one. 1, 2, 3 belts, doing the same on the opposite side. Let's just line up the belts already. Should be there. Okay, very good. Let's see how much green science we're producing at the moment. Absolutely 0 is being produced. That can actually become an issue. We don't get that salt, but that is what we're working towards here. But if our warpers are not working, then we'll be in serious trouble in terms of transporting items. We're just lacking, yeah, deuterium. That is what we're fixing. Good. We're on the right track to solve our little issues. So here's the closest we can build them. Can we have power in between? Oh, we have power on the outside and in the middle. What if we do... Can't have it there, of course. We can only have it out here. Do you have a second one? Will that give enough power, or do we need to do it every one? And again, we have... They don't cost anything, so we might as well just do this. And can that power everything in the middle as well then? That is what I'm testing at the moment. Yes. Very good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, that's not 15. So what I thought I've overbuilt was actually not enough. Which is normally the case. And... you. Oh. Damn it. I wish there was a control undo function. I hope that's the next thing they add. I don't know if any of you have heard anything about that, if they're discussing undo functionality. Because that would make building a lot more enjoyable in many regards. Ah, too bad. Hopefully they'll do it, because it is I don't know if it's an easy function to implement, but it sounds somewhat easy to do. There we are. Time to fit them all in. Is it the issue with where you can't drag them for some reason? Go. Not 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh yeah. How many stats? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is about the range we need to fill them all in. That means I can take this. Use add you over here. That seems like the correct spot. Please build those. Then I'll take the power poles. Place you there. Very good. That should power it all in just a minute. And then we can double it over here, having a metric ton of miniature particle colliders. And I'm guessing when we turn this on, it's gonna consume an insane amount of power. That's fine. Is everything hooked up correctly? That is a negative. I can see this right side don't have any of the sources on it, so that we need to fix. That was unfortunate. Not sure how that happens. You have the outputs needed, you have the inputs as needed. time to take all of you. Hopefully this is 30. Because I did the math completely wrong. That is 30, that's perfect. Move you, move that one. Use, and place you down over here. Boom. And the last thing we need is just the power poles. That, and place you... there. Need foundation, of course you do. And boom. What do you mean your OCD? It's completely lined up. There's no OCD in this. As soon as we remove this, it's perfect. Oh, it pleases. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread it completely. Like, I said, please. Yeah, it pleases my OCD as well. It is very good. Look at that. Aha. Very nice. And it's straight down the middle of this one. It's inside the 6 squares I have with each power pole without sticking out. The hubris. That is just the way I am. Good, so now we just need to hook it up. And then we'll see our power. What's your guess? How much is this gonna completely drain when we power up this beauty? Because I have a feeling it's gonna be a lot. Kilowatt even, not even megawatt. Megawatt. Deuterium out. We'll want some warpers as well, in case it's needed somewhere. Then we will take deuterium in. I'm guessing the throughput of the input is gonna be the limiting factor. We'll see how bad it goes. But hopefully we can get it in fast enough. So launch remote command, please. Oh, local command, sorry. Yeah, I know, it has to be at 10k, otherwise it will never work. Remote demand and local demand in case there is any. Just consume whatever you can. But I think you'll run out of ships. At least until they are upgraded. That'll be our limiting factor. Good, so time to consume every ounce of things we have. 1, 2, 3. So we'll have... if you skip every second one, won't that look somewhat decent? There. And you can go in there. Hydrogen. Hydrogen. Didn't set you to hydrogen. You can go in here and hydrogen out. Oh, look at that! Now it's only a case, how badly did I do the math on this? But the math should be correct. Look at this, guys. That is perfect. Just filling up to 50, you can have in storage, and then they'll shift it down towards the end. Power so far is... Did we just hit the gigawatt? Jesus Christ. I think we're a bit off. We offshot this a bit. 1.2 gigawatts of power. I think we might have made a mistake. It's insanely fast. And it goes all the way to the end. But then again, it's only consuming half of the throughput now. But look at this. That can be used to make strange matter. That's gonna power this up again. That's going to be used to make all of the green things over here. That's going to be used to make all of our science so we can have our space robbers running again. That is brilliant. Is it here we have them? It is. Thank you. God, I love building this. Yep, we need to invest in something at least. But then again, if I have my battery powered planets, then I just need to add more energy exchanges to send it back and forth. I know we could just use the artificial star soon as well, but I do love having the battery planets that can charge things. And I still think we're having more than enough flow in. Yeah, we pretty much just need to upgrade this one to fill the rest of the way around. Okay, we have more than enough throughput on at least this with the current power level at least. Yeah. Probably set up nuclear soon. Let's expand this out a bit. I want to complete our circle around the pole here. Just see what kind of power we can have. We can pretty much dismantle this. That doesn't seem very useful anymore. Coal has been pretty much completely replaced with other things. So let's just quickly do this. You can go away. I'd like to bury this one. Come over here. Then I'll continue this around the rest of the way. Save that for a second. It will be one. And never mind, doesn't matter. We'll just quickly lay down the foundation we need. And then finish off this ring. That's a bit annoying, so it will have to be, is it right there, and then as close to over here as possible. Too much. There we are. Yeah, I'm multitasking. Yeah, sneaky, sneaky. I know a few tricks. All about being efficient. Oh, raid receivers. Oh, changes a bit. Yeah. No, then she's free. We can't have that. A few more just to fill in the rest. Is that too many? Too many. I think that might be that one too many in between. Yeah, it was. It felt like I misplaced that a bit. Fair enough, Mimi. And thank you for the raid. That's very nice of you. That should give us a lot more power for our home world. Of course, not enough to to power what we just set up, but it should at least give us a bit more. It does look beautiful. That's going to the battery planets, or the power planet, so it gets charged, going back and forth. And how's the power situation looking now? Oh! What? What? Look at that! We actually did not expect that. That's perfect. We are supplying enough power. Yeah, it looks so good. God, just look at that. It is a beautiful game. Let's quickly go over and check. Ah, good point. So this is running. That is actually filling up now, and as soon as that is full, then we'll be in a much better place. But we are producing enough deuterium now. Question is, can we supply it fast enough? And we just hooked up the power, and it seems we can. But they are working very, very hard to keep up. This one is still not supplying gravity things. 400. That is going for all of the science. And science has started up again. So hopefully we'll have some being delivered here. Otherwise we'll just go and pick some up. Because they are storing in our things. Very nice. So this should all be delivered. Should we expand this out a bit? No, strange matter is still quite bad. What we in theory need to do with this is remove this one and copy paste that one. Oh wait, never mind. This is free inputs. We'll never be able to copy paste it. Forget what I said, but we can make this way longer in case you want to. Or we could, in theory, good information, Mimi. I'll have to keep that in mind. Yeah, because in the future, I'll probably just send artificial stars around with antimatter fuel rods. Huh. I'm glad we have some proper engineers in the chat instead of me. Okay, so this should solve or save our power issues. That should jump down very soon. Consume almost nothing. Because these should be filling up now. Let's just have a quick look when these are done filling up. So it might be good just using the energy exchanges for mining worlds and such, but on the big production planets, well, it doesn't really matter. As soon as I hook up the Dyson sphere, I'll make antimatter fuel rods and then send that around the world. Because it's much easier to set up with the star, artificial star that is. Yeah, I'll go for artificial stars. They seem a lot easier to set up, and will produce antimatter anyway from the Dyson sphere. That's the way I want to go in the future. Are you done? That means you're idling now. Very soon to idle, at least. That means instead of using 12 megawatts of power, you'll use 120 kilowatts. So that's 100th of the power. That should mean this should... Look at that. Oh, yes. Sweet relief. Yeah. Look at that. Huh. I can feel there's a lot of things needs to look into here. It feels like I have the two smartest people in the world in my chat right now. That is insane. Okay, so bottom line of this, don't use exchanges when you get into the late game of late part of the game. Yeah, so I could have gone nuclear. It is easy because I have a nice what's it called setup of fuel rods here, or deuterium fuel rods at least. So this could easily have powered everything with just with many fusion reactors. Yeah. So let's quickly go over to do the battle. It is ready. So let's jump over, and after this one is done, in case we win, which I'm very sure we do, then we have a boss battle. That's gonna be great. We're not getting on a manatee. Yeah, but it's no fun just... No, we'll talk about that afterwards, but... This is going pretty well, isn't it? Yeah. Well, Mime, that depends on how big you make the shell. If you make it incredibly small, it's not too bad, but if you make it maximum size, then it will take way longer. Who's gonna win the loot? The winner of the bomber is Birdie. He's back. He's back to stealing loot. Congrats, man. And now we have the boss fight. The captain. Well, that's just sad, Mimi. I'm going way bigger than that. So. Okay, it seems like we have lots of rolls and such. Where's the boss? That is a lot of units. Guess we start somewhere over here. And let's get... Seems like this lot. I'll probably place an artillery. Then some of you can place something else. What if we do that? And then hopefully you guys can protect the artillery and it'll bombard something. I think that might work. But yeah, 2 assemblers is never gonna work. You have to build rather big to get anywhere. So power solved for the foreseeable future. Just want to make sure that our throughput of green science for this one is going, so we don't run out of that. Strange matter. Yeah, strange matter. That is what we're expanding out at the moment. The rest we have pretty much under control. So, if we just fly to our factory world, we should have what's it called? A setup. That's better than this one that has 3 inputs. So that was in chemical plants. Well, we'll build it ourselves. Should we just continue it after this one? I think that'll be fine. There. Oh, we're almost back at the main bus. Oh. Yeah. That seems good. So how big do we need to make ore? This is a... Let's actually just save this one for later to have a perfect ratio build. Yeah. Let's do it with a 1, 2, 2. 1? Ah, yes. We have strange matter with this kind of power pool. Just to save power. Strange matter. 2 ratio. Good. Save blueprints. Give ourselves a little blueprint book. Entry level to Megabase. Let's just call it that. That is my Factorio series name. And I think that's a pretty good thing to call it. Save changes. That means you'll go into... What is the easiest way to move these? Save a new one, move it in? Probably. Unless you just move it in the save file path. Let's give that a try. Do that. Take you, go to there and place it here. Then I'll just close you and open you. And voila. Now it's in here. Perfect. So now we'll start to make our endgame builds pretty much that we can use when placing it down somewhere else. We should probably start to build to ratio. That'll be the easiest ways to solve that. We can go here. Bit of space to go around in case we need the room. Here we can go and just grab one from down here. Allowed to. Oh well, we'll just do it like this then. And there. Because then we have all the things set up we need to go in. Making it a bit easier to set up. You might as well just go to max. You're fine. You can go to max as well. And demand, in case we have it somewhere else. And demand, so we can use it anywhere without having to modify it. That is always what I try to do. And there, and you need those? Probably, you'll have some. So now to build it, we'll need 4 lanes in the middle. We saw that before, so what if we do this? 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can have you start right here. Ooh, that's not normal. Which way did we turn these? We could turn them that way. That way with you. Just start here, a bit of room. Good. Both sides of this one. Strange matter. Matter. Then you'll have an output in the middle. Could in theory have some output inputs here in the middle, but let's do this because I think we have enough room for what I need to do. Do we have enough room? Oh, not even close. Because you're so much bigger. Can we only do one row of these? Because if we take our current design, would that give us what we need in terms of throughput? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In theory, split all. Oh, we can split all 3, but split the 2. Yeah, they just take up so much room, that's the issue. You could go out of the 3 bounds we have. Yeah, we can't do that. We'll just have to keep it 1 row. Unless I'm missing something very obvious. So this one is actually the best way we can set it up at the moment, so we might as well just expand this one out. So now run into the issue that we just filled this one up. That's a bit of an issue. Can I get you out something like that? We'll try and see if we can get rid of all of this somehow. Whoops. Funny that this didn't get delivered. Oh well. Right here. Okay, so we can pretty much just expand this one down. I kind of want to change these out with oh, I don't think I can that. I think this might be too far from the middle. It is. I have to use these, so that's fine. Do you require crafting speed 1? 8 seconds. So we have to do a bit less than 30. Because we require the other one, and it's crafting speed 1. So if we do, let's just quickly do this. Is that correct? Oh. So then divided by 8%. We can do 24 of these in a row. That is the maximum we can do in terms of the belts. Ooh. How many do we have here? 24. That's 9. So let's quickly set it up to have enough for 24. I think we'll be able to fit in 24 here. Hopefully, without too much of an issue. Green signs, yes, look at that. Last 10 minutes, 140 per minute. That is pretty decent. So far. Let's go up this way. Come on, builds. Please get done. Oh, thank you, buddy. I'll start my second bottle of water now. Very good. You. I need to find some more things that you guys can help me with. Or remind me to not die. This was 9. Let's remove that. Means this is... Damn it. Okay, let's do it easy then. That was annoying, so let's just do that. Once in a while this is just easier than doing the other one. That was 18, so we need 6 more. Did the series not make this long enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's close. What are the potions you're talking about, Birdie? Have I missed something? Very important. In StreamRaiders. Oh yeah, you have epic potions. I don't get something like that. Do I? I might. Ah, very nice. I'll be good for a boss fight. Looking for the particle one. I think that's a viewer thing. Let's see here. Particle, 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 particle. Good, so that is exactly how big we want it to be. There's some pretty massive builds when you go into this. There we are, and then we should have 48 in total. Perfect. We need a bit of power. Use this. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So right, that should be good. Incoming power. 2, 3, 4. The right where it overlaps. That should be the max amount of strange matter we can have running at the same time to consume 1 full belt of deuterium. Oh Jesus, we're consuming 2 full belts of deuterium at the moment. And this one is producing 2, so this is actually 2 ratio. Everything this is producing, this is consuming. So our power is gonna take a massive hit very soon. This. Looking so good. Strain matcher going out in. Let's see how fast are we producing strange matter now. The strange matter. There we are. From 160 to 300, so we pretty much doubled it. Very nice. Good amount of strange matter. We're right on the edge of what we can actually support here. I'll probably keep it as it is, as soon as these are filled up, it won't be that bad anymore. And throughput wise, no issues whatsoever. You can go to max. Did this get emptied out after my little mistake before? Close to. There's only a bit of iron left. Yes, there's a lot of iron left. There we are. Are you getting any yet? Ooh, no, we need to go and pick up some green soon just to drop it in here. Let's have a quick look. Actual world. Thank you. That's going full speed. It's probably just filling up the other tower as it stands. Ah yes, it's going to 10,000. Could in theory make it a bit lower just until we fill it up, or I can just steal a few from here. Take it back. Let's just bring a few, then we will let it sort itself out very soon. Damn, I have a lot of junk on me. Seriously need to clear out my inventory. I kind of wish there was some way to just have a logistics tower. Oh well, never mind, you can actually do that. You can just place down the logistics tower and let requests from that. Never mind, there was a way. Once in a while it helps just talking about it. Love looking at this thing just moving. That means this will solve itself very soon. Green science will fill up. We'll have a nice surplus to make space warpers, so our things can continue. It's still lacking. But that's actually keeping up now, so that's perfect. Well, at least it's filling up. You're filling up slowly, but we'll start to consume that very soon. Very good. Let's see. One next things we have to produce is... Oh wait, I need to empty this out first. Yeah. Let's fix the output as well. I forgot to. There and there. Green cubes. Gonna go in, that's gonna produce a nice amount of space warpers. So our base never runs out of that now. We have enough for 24,000 space warpers now, so that should be enough for a little while, if I say so myself. And let's go and drop off all this junk I have at the moment. I should have some very old items over here. A chest from way back in the day. Our first factory almost 45 hours ago. Oh, look how old and sad it is. And our old storage system, old power supply. Any room left in these? No. Add just a few next to it. I just need to get rid of that. Fine, this is fine as well. Like you. These will probably never be used either. Mark 1, never. Mark 3, perfect. Mark 2, never. The rest are building things, so that should be good. So we should never pick up anything except building items now, and only use Mark 3 for everything. That'll make it easier for us to work with. Let's just go and fill up a bit on what we have. Let's see, I want some belts. I have enough towels here, some sorters. Thank you. Belts. Belts, that. Oh yeah, we need to set up satellite substation. For some reason, since I haven't used it that much yet, I haven't set it up. That is filling up. That is lacking. So the frame as well. More blank. Yeah. Well, of course, requires Mark 1. That's filling up perfectly. Let's see, satellite substation. Oh, and also this one. Probably set it up because we have everything we need now. But satellite substation right there. Store 1,000. Our tower. Components. There. And frames. And demand, I can't remember if we have all this. I think we're missing this one still, as I never use them. They'll have to get delivered in just a little while. Ah, the epic berserker. Very nice birdie. He's gonna wreck everything. So you also need some... thing I actually haven't set up yet either. Please, drones. I love how we still have this producing some of these items. Because we don't need that many. So that's all getting what it needs. That's all getting what it needs. That substation. I'll slowly go in. Three. The two are missing. We'll just have to do by hand. Do you? Will that help anything? I'll go for the storage. Of frames are sorry, or we still need to set this one up. Good thing to know. Can I don't think that's an issue, something you can do yet. No, you can't just upgrade to the next tier. Yes, and you'll just make that one. Let's see that one. 1,000 you and you. Again, I'm worried I don't have that set up anywhere. Oh, we have that. Perfect. This one should have as well as soon as I give you that one and that one. Yes. And the battle is ready. 33 units for the boss battle. Very, very good. Battle time. Exactly. That gets stats. This gets reduced. That will start to supply them over here. That means we'll get the satellite substation very soon. Leave no one alive. Exactly. So let's jump over to StreamRaiders and see how it looks. Ooh, that's a lot of berserkers. Let's give it some speed over here, and let's see how this goes. "61 enemies. Jesus, that's a lot. Oh. Come on, my little artillery cannon. You can do it. Oh. People are wrecking, guys. Flaming football. What's that? That's captain. Ah. You're fighting a football. Come on. There goes the Troll Keeper. There goes the hooligans. There's the... Oh, there's the coach. That's the boss. Aha. Bring it, coach. We got you. Nice. For Narnia. Let's see here. Ooh, an epic monk scroll. And the winner is... Unimatrix. Congrats on the epic monk. Very nice. Boss defeated. Very, very cool. on to the second one. But it's almost 6 PM now, so I'll probably take a small break, or I will take a small break, grab some dinner, and be back in a few hours again. Yeah, I'm streaming for almost 4 hours now, so I think it's about time I take a small break. Yeah, but I'm getting hungry. I forgot to eat lunch today, so the hunger is starting to set in a bit. Does this even work? Wait, let's just fix these before we stop. True, that is true, to be honest. That's actually what I tell my fiance, but she doesn't say the same. But yeah, I'll be back in a few hours, so it won't be too long. I just want to get some food and watch out I don't get a headache from not eating. That would be quite bad. So yeah, a few hours. I will probably be back. We'll do some we'll do some more StreamRaiders. We have the entire second half of our campaign. So if you just jump over here, down this way, we have a skin. Unknown chance of scrolls and gold drops. Oh, Monster Mash. I've never seen one of these before. So we'll go for one of those after a short break. Then all the way to the boss fight again. It's gonna be great, and hopefully you guys will be back. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And yeah. So yeah, let's say that. Let's say 45 minutes trademarked. TM, isn't that what people say? So thank you for tuning in, guys. It's been great. We're doing a lot of base, and we'll build the Dyson sphere later tonight as well. So thank you, guys, for tuning in, and I will see you later. Bye.